As the summer transfer window hurtles toward its final weeks, anticipation and speculation swirl around Manchester United's next moves under Ruben Amorim. United's approach to this crucial window reveals both strategic ambition and a sense of urgency as the club seeks to strengthen key areas, particularly up front and in midfield, while managing outgoings and nurturing youthful talent. The headline news centers around United's tenacity in the race for RB Leipzig's striker Benjamin Sesko. United are expected to make a formal offer, going head-to-head with Newcastle for the prolific Slovenian forward. The club has prioritized Sesko, viewing him as the long-term solution at striker, a position that has persistently lacked consistency since the departure of previous club icons. Despite Newcastle's reportedly larger initial bid, United remain calm and focused, operating with the belief they have received indications of interest from Sesko's camp. The negotiation strategy hinges on not entering a bidding war but rather pushing for the player's preference to tip the scale in their favor, as United rarely pursue players so publicly unless there is encouragement from the agent or player side. In the meantime, United are also dealing with other attacking changes. The confirmed arrival of Matheus Cunha from Wolves for £62.5 million marks an intention to add depth, versatility, and pressing acumen to Amorim's system. Bryan Mbeumo's acquisition from Brentford is another statement signing, providing pace, end product, and comfort in multiple attacking roles. United fans can look to the future with hope that these new arrivals, in combination with youth prospects, will introduce greater fluidity and goal-scoring threat. However, bolstering the forward line tells only part of the story. United's midfield situation is equally pressing. While Kobbie Mainoo continues his development as a potential mainstay, and Bruno Fernandes maintains his creative dominance, question marks remain over squad depth, balance, and the declining physical edge of Casemiro. The inability to move on high-salary players, like Casemiro and Ugar, complicates the financial calculus of adding a high-end midfield signing. United are keen to recruit someone who can anchor Amorim's proactive, high-energy style, but face challenges given the need to offload before bringing in marquee reinforcements. The squad shuffle is not limited to big-money incomings. A significant narrative this summer is the ongoing exodus and squad trimming. Marcus Rashford's loan to Barcelona, the contract expiries of Christian Eriksen and Victor Lindelof, Johnny Evans' retirement, but move to a staff position overseeing loans, and a host of youth loans and permanent exits mark a period of transition and refresh. These moves clear space for registered incoming transfers and hint at United's renewed focus on developing the next generation through calculated loans and sales. Amidst high-profile negotiations, United's transfer committee and INEOS's technical team keep tabs on emerging talent. The addition of Enzo Cannavaro on a free is indicative of United's dual strategy, investing at the top end while maintaining a pathway for up-and-comers who could form the backbone of the squad in coming seasons. Any successful window must balance short-term impact with long-term squad health, something United are increasingly prioritizing by integrating prospects and monitoring their progress through the club's newly structured loan system. Transfer activity is not happening in isolation. The commercial and regulatory context shapes every deal. United are mindful of Premier League financial controls, squad registration limits, and the need to maintain wage structure discipline. These realities add complexity, particularly when rivals like Newcastle and Chelsea can offer rapid, all-cash deals or accept accelerated payment structures. United's preference has been to negotiate for players who show a willingness to commit to the club, creating more favorable terms over weeks of negotiation rather than last-minute bidding wars. On the outgoing front, the futures of Jadon Sancho and Antony remain unresolved. Sancho is being courted by Borussia Dortmund. United's preference is a permanent sale, but a loan with an obligation to buy isn't off the table, with potential destinations in Germany, Italy, and the Saudi Pro League monitoring developments. Alejandro Garnacho could also draw late window interest, notably from Chelsea, who are looking to inject pace and dynamism. United, however, hold a strong position, insisting on their valuation and not accepting cut-price bids for key assets. Midfield remains another hot topic on the transfer front and among fan discussions. Reports suggest that United's reluctance or inability to move on high-salary, less impactful players, such as Ugarte and Casemiro, limits what can be brought in without a major outgoing. There is widespread recognition among pundits and supporters that this is the area most in need of a structural upgrade, particularly with only 4 weeks left in the transfer window and limited sales prospects for incumbent midfielders on lucrative deals. Another theme running through this period is youth development and succession planning. Outgoings such as Dan Gore, loaned to Rotherham, Ellie Harrison, Shrewsbury, Joe Hugill, Barnet, and several others, along with departures like Tom Worcester and Habib Ogunai, reflect the club's desire to streamline the pathway from academy to first team or maximize value through the right loan moves. The goal is to develop a robust pipeline able to supplement the squad in years to come, under the stewardship of experienced figures like Johnny Evans. As the window progresses, the fanbase remains divided between optimism for the club's new direction under Amorim and frustration with the perceived pace of bonus moves, especially compared to rivals. While United have shown they remain attractive to top talents, landing the likes of Benjamin Sesko would be a marquee statement as the club aims to climb back to English football's summit. The transfer committee's balancing act, competing on multiple transfer fronts, adhering to financial best practices, and maintaining squad culture, will define their ultimate window success or failure. In the weeks ahead, United are expected to push for finalizing the Sesko deal, continue to seek solutions for outgoing players, especially high earners and unsettled wingers, bring in further depth to midfield if budget and squad space allow, and seal further development moves for promising youngsters. There will be twists as other European clubs react to United's activity, and late window dominoes, such as Chelsea and Newcastle's attempts to hijack or emulate United's strategy, are likely to create further drama before deadline day arrives. In closing, this Manchester United transfer window is defined by ambition matched by a reasoned, strategic approach, focusing on marquee talents who want to be part of Amorim's vision, negotiating from a position of strength, offloading players for squad balance, and elevating youth through strategic loans. As Old Trafford watches and waits, the next few weeks will reveal whether this approach is enough to fuel a new era of success or if late window challenges force a rethink. Either way, the entire football world will be watching as Manchester United's new era takes shape, on and off the pitch.